everyone, I guess that you have already heard this total viral story about women in space, and this event became so controversial, starting from plastic surgery of Lauren Sanchez coming to blaming in pop feminism. So let's discuss the point whether feminism should be away from pop culture, plastic surgery, and space tourism, or it was one further step of a normal feminism up to the normalization and connection of different spheres of our life. Of course, space is purely scientific. Pop and glance free room for well trained, serious men and women. And these people, these astronauts, dedicated their lives to space. It's a very, very serious, and you need to work really hard for getting into space. I mean, real space. Yes, for some scientific experiments, sometimes biologists and doctors get to space. But again, they dedicate a couple of years for this. It's not just for fun. And of course, if we see women on a space crew, we always should be proud for the great work that has been already done by feminists around all the world, because it's direct impact of feminism. At the beginning, space exploring was only for men. And now we see no difference in choosing man or woman for a space crew. But we have another question whether all women to a space crew could be considered as the first step of feminism, or it's just a bold declaration or false feminism development. So let's try to figure it out. And of course, if you have your opinion, I'll be glad to read my comment section. First of all, it wasn't precisely a space trip. Let's underline it. The flight lasted around 11 minutes and
Got
took
it?
the six women more than 100 kilometers or
One,
62,
two, three.
62
Take
miles
it
at
up,
first,
space!
crossing the internationally recognized boundary of space and giving them a few moments of weightlessness. And after this 11 minutes flight, we've got a wild, insane wreck.
Gonna relight its engine.
I have almost no words. It was the most incredible experience of my life.
I feel super connected to love. You never know how much love is inside of you.
I will never be the same. And there's no boundaries, there's no border. There's just Earth.
Now that I've done it, I really do feel I can take on anything.
No dream is too wild. If it's going to space, you can absolutely make it through, and it can absolutely be possible.
I don't think you can describe it. You look at it and you're like, we're all in.
Dream big, wish for the stars, and one day you could maybe be amongst them, she added. Oprah Winfrey spoke about her friend Gayle King and revealed she was a nervous flyer. I mean, for her, whoa. Anytime we're on flights, she's somebody's lap at the slightest bit of turbulence. She has real world anxiety when it comes to flying, and this is her overcoming a wall of fear, she said. But I look at this, and for me it all looks like a well prepared promo for Amazon space tourism. Like, oh yeah, it's so cool. You also should try it. Maybe I am wrong, but as for me, it doesn't look like a new next step of feminism. It looks like a new word in wedding shower. Definitely, a decade ago, it was very cool to have a wedding shower with some celebrities, and now we have a new step in this performance. What will be next? A wedding ceremony in space? I bet it will be so. And it would be like also a promo from the space tourism.
Oh my gosh.
I feel that there wouldn't be any problem
you, Flynn.
and any kind of critics if the six women wouldn't declare the space trip as a next revolution step for feminism. If they were a little bit more modest, okay, no problem. You were in a space, you did a great job as tourists. You were positive, beautiful, interesting. Now more and more investors will look more carefully and attentively on investing into space, into Amazon space. But you made a huge mistake forgetting who you are. and why you were in the space. I think you truly see yourselves as a great people like Neil Armstrong, Marie Curie, all real astronauts who live in space, who work literally in space. You made such a great deal from your 11-minute story trip to 100 kilometers Karman space. Okay, oh great. And I want to show you after party promo.
I don't know if you guys remember, that's when the Wright brothers first started flight. I mean, they never envisioned at that time that there would be 747s taking hundreds of people across the country.
Well, I think that she isn't correct. I guess that Wright brothers wanted to create air flight industry. Maybe they couldn't imagine such number of flight that we have now, but definitely they were dreaming about it in their past life. So no, Lauren, you're definitely wrong. And let's see up to the end.
And so, yes, I think one of Blue's missions is to have that happen. You know, their other mission is for the benefit of Earth. They want to put all of heavy industry in space. We might not see it in this generation, but their kids and their kids will eventually have that. So Blue Origin is building the road to space so that your kids and their kids can build the future.
And she's too far from real problems. Okay, space is it's very interesting and inspiring, but not. It would not be for all children. It would be for those very, very rich people who don't have to deal with everyday issues, who don't have to count their money. It's like yachting, private jets, private islands, villas. It wouldn't be for everyone because it always would be very utterly expensive. So let me read for you some comments. It would be kind of cool if we could feed children in this world instead of this performative BS. Seriously, Oprah, do better. Those people are so high on themselves, it's sick. Nope, not impressed. Spend the money on Earth to take care of the many people that needed help. Maybe first take care of our dear home Earth. It needs help because we destroy it day by day. What about that? Maybe all this money can be used for healing the Earth instead of escape it on a spaceship. How in the worst world we can move forward and we are in the mess here? And so on. So people don't support this. People see this as really wild and insane. They don't believe to their ambitions. Let's be honest, this 11-minute flight isn't the next step in the space exploration. It's not the further step for the whole humanity as they try to show it. And the last point about feminism. As for me, it's not about feminist movement and development. It was sponsored by a man, literally promoted by him, and he is the main beneficial owner. It's not for women's prosperity or better future. It's more about corporate prosperity and his own better future. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.